Welcome to the bold analysis. William Samoei Ruto, Rigathi Gachagua, and the UDA administration. However long you will revolve around the problem, the reality in ground is different. The reality on ground is that Kenyans are hungry. Kenyans want the problem to be fixed. Today, Chief Whip in the National Assembly, Osoro, went to Kisii town, and he was addressing the residents of Kisii and asking them the problem. He even opted to give them money and said he was giving them 200 shillings because they're hungry. But even some said, we don't want the money. We want the cost of food to go down. There were two MPs, and they said, ambia Ruto ashukishe unga. Let me tell you, it is a reality. Even if people left their houses to protest because Raila Odinga told them things were bad, but as the discussion continues, as the messaging continues, they are picking the information they want to send to government is that things are bad. I want you to listen to that video, watch that video clip of Osoro in Kisii.
Unataka nitatue hiyo matatizo saa hii. Kila mtu apate 200 ende nyumbani. Hapana. Hatutaki. Hatutaki hiyo. Hawa wanasema hawataki. Hatutaki. Sawa. Mimi nitaenda huko kwa vijiji nitapatiana pesa. Wewe ndio huko. Aende kabisa. Anda. Lakini naomba nataka kuacha. Uko sawa? Uko sawa? Jana ni kwa wingi. Sasa mnataka mjumbe manda. Wanda huko. Wanda kabisa. Wanda kabisa.
Now, this is the member of parliament, the good man Osoro, who said that they went to an extent of bribing Azimio members of parliament so that the finance bill could pass. Clearly, they went to that extent so that the finance bill could pass. But the reality, I'm so glad that they're getting the reality from the ground themselves, not just some media, some media house giving information. Even there is another story here. President William Ruto calls Kericho resident for opining that ongoing anti-government protests are appropriate during an address by the head of state at a stopover. I will try to get that video. But even today when Ruto was having a stopover in Kericho, he was talking about the mass action, the protest. And one person in the crowd told him that the protests are appropriate because it was about the cost of living. So the reality that I think our leaders must see here is, even if you think Raila Odinga is charging the masses because he wants something, if Raila is looking for positions, then also agree that Kenyans are looking for food. Yes, it's true. All of us could be in the street. if Wanjiku is in the street, then Wanjiku is not looking for a prime minister position. Because if Raila is to be given a prime minister position, Wanjiku is not going to be the prime minister. So Wanjiku is not looking for the prime minister position. He's not looking for a cabinet secretary. Wanjiku is looking for the cost of food. Nowadays, I don't want to talk about the cost of living. It's about the cost of food. Wanjiku is simply asking the government to work on the cost of food. That is it. And that video is a reality. It paints the real picture. I'm so glad that it is Osoro because it is so clear. And Mtaani said, you can bribe one person, but you cannot bribe the people. You can bribe MPs. You can even go to the judiciary and bribe the judges the way you want so that you get your way in terms of this judgment, but you cannot bribe the people. Kindly subscribe to our channel. In this podcast, we are running a challenge. It is a challenge of 100 subscribers, not 100, Bob. I know. I just wanted us to do something different. We've always been doing challenges to support people, and we said we're giving a halt temporarily for supporting maybe people in need. But now I want us to do me a favor. Also, I think I also need support. The support is subscribing. So watch this video. Just check out there. Confirm. Have you subscribed? Have you been watching and you've never subscribed? Because I know there are those who get notification even without subscribing. Kindly subscribe and also click the notification bell. Our target is every day we can get 100 subscribers. If you check that, I think even by the end of the year we should be at 100,000 so that we get that silver button. And I'll be so grateful for your support. I want to look at this video and just explain it in details. What is exactly the reality that we are talking about here? Political tokenism cannot and will never work again. People are enlightened, and good Kenyans know very well that even if you give people 200 shillings, surely, what can 200 shillings do? Yes, 200 shillings is money. But even unga is 230. Even in the rural areas, unga is 230. 1 kg of sugar goes at, I think, is around 200 plus. So, what is that money going to help? You cannot bribe your way. This time round, tokenism will not work. I have seen two instances. Recently, when I was over the weekend, when I was attending I was in Sia attending the funeral of our friend here, Sarah, late Sarah. There was a video that was trending on Saturday. I did not analyze it because I realized people had really talked about it. It was a video of William Ruto of some people, UDA fellows, being given some 1,000 shillings. Tokenism. And I think it was just to welcome the president. Just yesterday, there was also another video trending of some fellows carrying weapons, some pangas, and there was a 1,000 shillings donation being given to each one of them. Tokenism. And that's what we've been saying here. If someone is buying time, because I know that I can fail to work, but 2 years to an election, I can take all the loot that I have and dish money to people, I am telling you, that experiment, that will not work. I don't think. That's what happened in the last year's general election, when people were enticed with wheelbarrows, sewing machines, some were given motorbikes, some very funny machines, in terms of them that were going to work. But we personally argued that those things are temporary. Those things are not permanent. It is not sustainable. And you cannot give all of us sewing machines because not all of us can work on it. You cannot give all of us motorbikes. We have diversification. There was just to symbolize that I want to bring people who are border borders. I want to bring people who are mama mbogas. That kind of tokenism is not going to work. And it's not just for the presidential. Even those who are idling, the MPs, senators, women reps, and governors that are idling, and they are idling with a plan that they will loot some cash around, some CDF kitty and county allocations. Then after they loot, they will use the loot to buy votes. I think there is a very clear message there. People want solutions. Kenyans have been given money before. And there is no value for money. Even during campaigns, you're going to give someone 500 shillings. With this kind of inflation, someone cannot appreciate 500 shillings. The days when people could be given 500 shillings, I remember in 2007 when Edwin Uchengi and I was vying as an MP, he used to give people 200 shillings, mama na mtoto ambaye umebeba, and if you're expectant wewe mwenye hajazaliwa. You know, and we would be very happy. I was in Form 1 by then, I remember. And we will be very happy that we've been given money because there was value for 200. But now think about 200 now. It's not really money that someone can talk about. The other second thing that leadership must see and UDA must see, fix food fast. I wish I should print a t-shirt and write fix food fast. 3 F's. The problem is food. If you want to get to a priority right, fix food fast. And lastly, Ruto's projects are being unfiled. So if you want your projects to be filed, kindly make sure you put your house in order. Thank you.